Hi there. If you haven't met me before, I'm Kristie, and I would like to invite you to join me on my 30-day gratitude challenge that I'm starting in July, that I'm starting on the 1st of July, actually, in a few days. This is the second time I've done this, and I've just looked it up now for the details of the last one, and I see it was almost exactly 2 years ago. So I think it was near the beginning of July 2011 that I began the first one. So this will be the second time round. So what on earth is the 30-day gratitude challenge? So what happened a couple of years ago was that I stumbled on a website where people were taking the time to share what they would say to somebody in their life who had died if they had 5 more minutes with them. You know, the things that they wanted to say if they had 5 more minutes with them. Basically, the stuff they'd missed out on saying was what it was. The stuff that they felt that they wanted to say but they'd never taken the opportunity to. And when I looked at this, I thought, wow, that's a lovely idea. But what really struck me was that there was so much focus on here's this one person in my life that died, and here's what I would have said to them. How many of these people now were taking away the lesson from that and taking that 5 minutes now with everybody in their life who was very much alive and well while they were still alive and well, without it coming to that, without it having to be these things that you wish you'd said later because you just never bothered or never thought about it or felt too awkward. So from that, I got the idea to do my own 30-day challenge. I just thought, wouldn't it be nice for 30 days to every day write to somebody in my life, somebody I love, someone who'd mattered to me, someone who'd made a difference from any point in my life, and just let them know how I felt about them and why. Because I think it's really common for us not to express this. Sometimes there are people in our lives that we do express this to, but for most of us, myself included, we don't do this regularly. We don't, and we certainly don't do it with everybody that's mattered. And we can take people for granted, and we can take for granted that they know. We can really take for granted that they know how we feel about them. And one thing I learned, a real eye opener, was that that wasn't the case. People don't always know. They really don't. Um, and also, I think sometimes we're so busy in this life, in this world, ticking things off lists and getting things done and working towards dreams and building bigger and better that we don't take the time to slow down and do something like this, which is such a worthwhile activity. It really gives you a sense of what wonderful people you have in your life too, because we can forget that. People can become very focused on the challenges in life and forget to be grateful for what you have. So this activity is really lovely, especially around something like a death. You may or may not have had a death in your life, but it can become very focused in on what seems bad and everything else goes out the window. So taking the time to focus in on what is good and what is wonderful and what you have to be grateful for in your life, and to share that with these people, to give people the opportunity to hear that from you, rather than somewhere down the line where you wish you hadn't said it, or you wish you had said these things. So, it's not about, gosh, what would I say now if they were going to die and I never had the chance to talk to them again. Let's not let it get to that extreme. Let's take the time with people now to share that we love them and why we love them. And what I really learned from doing that challenge last time was three things. One, that people often just don't know how much you care about them and how much you love them. Secondly, is a lot of time they don't know why. So there could be something that made a really profound difference in your life and that someone else just did or they thought even wasn't worthwhile. That was a real kind of shocker a couple of times when I wrote to people and said it just made such a difference to me, this thing that you did. And to them, it was nothing, or it was something that they might have thought they shouldn't have done, or, so um, that was the second thing I learned. The third thing I learned was that this can be a bit challenging. There can be some people you don't know how to write to. You don't know what to say. It can be a bit awkward. And what I found is, though I had loads of people join me on the challenge initially, by the end I wasn't really hearing from anyone. Nobody really got in touch and said, wow, I finished too. So I have a feeling, I may well be mistaken, it'd be lovely, but I have a feeling I might have been the only person to finish it. And I found it challenging through it as well. And I think because I'd done it on a blog and I was sharing about it, it made me stick to it. So this time I'm doing it again for the month of July, which is my birthday month, so I thought it would be kind of nice. And I'm doing it on a Facebook page, so you can join me there if you want to. And I will post every day, and I will share some of the people who I'm writing to, and maybe some of the things that I'm writing, and I'll share some guidelines and some structure around how to do it, and answer questions as well. Just to make sure that if you do join it, you're able to go all the way through it and get the real benefit from doing something like this as well. So I'll post the link below if you want to click on and like that. And it's just, so it's at facebook.com/30, so the number's 30 days gratitude if you want to look that up, but the link will be there below. So I really, really, really hope that you'll join me on it. You feel free to share it wherever, because you might have some people that would really love to do something like this, or that this would be a really great thing for them to do as well. So I really hope to have you join me there, and I look forward to working through the 30-day challenge with you. All right, see you soon.